Hey, Yankees fans, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. If you love the Yankees and you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. We're on the road here to 22,000 subscribers, so if you can help us get there, that would be an absolute blessing. I just want to say this really quick. I like to do this every once in a while, but just thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for being awesome, for commenting, for watching our videos here. It means a lot, and without you, I could not do what I dreamt of doing as a kid, and that was just talking into a microphone, talking about my favorite team, the New York Yankees. So just thank you guys so much. It truly does mean a lot. But listen, let's get back to business here. And according to Robert Murray, the Yankees are currently working the phones. Sources tell him that the Yankees are making phone calls, trying to upgrade their offense, specifically for a right-handed hitter. Now, what could this mean? Well, we all know that Giancarlo Stanton is going to miss some time. I think the Yankees are going to put him on the 60-day IL to open up a 40-man spot. Now, who would they put on the 40-man roster in putting Giancarlo on the 60-day IL? Well, I'm thinking Pablo Reyes. He had a pretty nice spring, hitting over 290, had a couple of home runs, and I know the Yankee fan base is kind of divided when it comes to Reyes, but he's a jack of all trades kind of player, right? He could play anywhere in the infield, and maybe he could even play the outfield. He's 31 years old. He had a really good stint with the Red Sox a couple of years back, hit like 287. So he has that major league experience, not a chock full of it, but he does have a stretch in his professional career where he did play pretty well up at the major league level. So I could see why that would be appealing for the Yankees to put him on the 40, thus putting him on the 26. But if the Yankees are calling teams about a potential upgrade, specifically a right-handed bat, well, who could that be? We heard Joel Sherman, I believe, reported that a while back, the Yankees are going to pay attention to players that have run out of options that did not make their big league club after spring training. With that being said, I don't think that is the right way to go. I don't think going and picking players off that did not make their respective major league team that just ran out of options. Like, for example, Oswald Peraza, he's out of options. So if he does not make the New York Yankees, the Yankees are going to DFA him. So therefore, I could see the Yankees calling up, let's say the Angels. And if they're about to DFA somebody, they could say, hey, wait, we'll trade for him. So don't DFA him. We'll trade for him instead. But as I said, you're basically, you guys like to use this phrase a lot, dumpster diving. You're basically doing that. You might as well give Peraza a chance if you're going to go dumpster diving, which I think he could still make the team. I don't think he will. It breaks my heart to say that. I'm probably, as I've said countless times, I'm probably the biggest Peraza fan in the world. I love the kid. I think he's a fantastic talent. His bat takes a little while to come around. He's a slow starter. He's a tremendous defender. I think he's one of, if not the best defender in the Yankee organization. Some of you might think I'm crazy, but once upon a time, he was viewed that way. And I still think he is. It's just his bat. He had that opportunity to seize the third base position with DJ LeMahieu being out, and he could not seize that. He did everything but seize that. I believe he hit 170 this spring training, which is horrible. So we'll see very soon what the Yankees are going to do about their 26-man roster. Almost said 25. Their 26-man roster. So are they calling up teams and saying, hey, who are you about to put on waivers? Stop, don't do it. I want to trade for that specific player. Maybe they're doing that. I just think that's a waste of time, because if a player was not good enough to go and make the Angels or the Padres or whoever, well, then why would you even take them on your team? I don't think that makes much sense. However, could the Yankees be looking at actual major league ready talent that could maybe be available? I don't know what team, if it's not a salary dump, I don't know what team would be willing, because everybody's starting off the season with the same record. 0-0. No wins, no losses. It's a level playing field technically when it comes to record, when it comes to standings. So, why would a team before opening day offload a right-handed hitter that made their team? I don't think that makes much sense. Unless it's a salary dump. And that brings up Nolan Arenado once again. I don't think the Yankees are going to land Nolan Arenado. The only way that would have happened is if they traded Stroman. Well, we need him. We need Marcus Stroman now. Too many injuries to the starting rotation. 3 out of our 5 starters are beginning the year on the IL. Clark Schmidt, Cole, who was out for the entirety of the 2025 season, and Heel, who will be out for at least 3 months. So you have Stroman now, who was on the outside of that rotation. Now he's in it. Not only is he in it, he's your 3rd starter. So if you wanted to dump salary while bringing in salary in Nolan Arenado, well, you can't do that anymore because you need Marcus Stroman. You need him. So you can't trade him. That might make some of you mad. You need the guy now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the Yankees are able to do. If I were to be a betting man, if the Yankees are actively looking, I would expect them to make some kind of a move. Whether that's a minor move, it's unlikely that they make a big move. It could happen, but it's unlikely. And a big move would be Nolan Arenado. He struggled the past few seasons. His bat has certainly regressed. His defense is still there. And it's not like he's 40 years old. He's 33, 34. So maybe his bat can still come around. However, it's the only way you get Arenado is if, one, St. Louis takes on some type of money, which they have refused to. And then the other alternative in getting Arenado would be trading Marcus Stroman for him. And now if you're the Yankees, you just can't do that. You need Marcus Stroman here. So we'll see what ends up happening. I honestly, guys, I really do feel like they kind of don't have to make a move either. They could just roll with what they have. I don't think they're happy with what they have. Thus, Brian Cashman is on the phone trying to get somebody else in here. I don't think they're happy with relying on a guy like Pablo Reyes, who did have a good spring. He had a good stretch a few years back with Boston. But you don't want to rely on that per se. You just don't want to. And I don't think the Yankees want to. Same with Peraza. You don't want to rely on him. He hasn't seized that opportunity, so you don't want to rely on that. Thus, Cashman is making a couple of phone calls to see, hey, are you putting that guy on waivers? Is he making your team? Well, we want him. I just, at that point, you're dumpster diving. Just go with what you have. Just go with what you have. Because if somebody hit 350 in spring training, I don't think anybody's dumping that. I don't think so. Unless you're optioning that player down to the minor leagues, I don't think you're releasing that if somebody hit 350 this spring. 400, nobody is moving on from that. Pablo Reyes hit almost 300 this spring. So, if anything, he did enough to make the team. He did, and that might make some of you mad, because not everybody's a Pablo Reyes fan. He's 31 years old. Doesn't have too much power. He hit 290, but it is spring training. So, but this is how you evaluate talent during this time of year. We'll see what ends up happening. I had an idea of who the Yankees could maybe go and get, and it's nobody sexy, believe me, it's not. And I'm not even sure how good of a spring he had, but it does make sense to go and get him because he is a right-handed bat. and the Yankees need a right-handed bat. I was thinking John Birdie if the Cubs are willing to trade him. Familiarity with the Yankees. He could play anywhere in the infield. He hit 280 this spring, only played in 12 games for the Cubs, a 707 OPS, but he hit 280. Familiarity with the Yankees. He's healthy as far as I know. So maybe the Yankees can go and get him if the Cubs are willing to trade him. That's the only guy that I could think of off the top of my head that the Yankees could go out and grab. They ended up doing that last year with Birdie, with I believe it was a 3-team deal with the Rays and the Marlins, sending Rortvedt to Tampa Bay. So we'll see what ends up happening. I'll keep you guys posted, though. But as of today, Brian Cashman is currently on the phone shopping to see, hey, who's available? Who are you dumping? Are you interested in actually trading him? We'll see what ends up happening, but Cashman is actively looking, as he should be. So I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.